This is Risty from Teramax, and today we're gonna be learning in how to add an additional fee for the physical therapist or any therapist that is accepting the patient. This is in example. For example, we have one patient that we accepted, and then this patient lives a little bit far. So the therapist said, "Oh, I will only take the patient if you give me additional $10 or $5 because I will be using more gas and more time." So we negotiate with a home health agency, and the agency said, "Yes, we will give you $10 for the visits." So for example, we're billing this patient $10 per visit to the home health agency. Since we asked for additional $10 per visit, now we're billing this patient $20 per visit for the physical therapy or whatever therapy OTPT or whoever wants needs the $10. So we need to make sure that we don't forget that. So during the payroll, we pay the therapist. So to do that, we need to, if ever only one therapist is asking for that additional visit, it means the other one is all right. They don't need he or she doesn't need additional fee because probably he or she lives in the area, so doesn't need additional. But just for this particular therapist. So what we need to do is once you are in the episode of the patient, first create the task of this particular therapist. Just for example, this one. So we create the task first. So for example, this therapist is seeing the patient for 10 visits. So we create 10 visits here, right? Create. So this one, an example, we only create one task, okay? So once you create the task, you need to go to detail of a task. And then there, you need to add a surcharge for example, the therapist wants $10. So you put $10. And then you update and then go back to the chart and do the same thing to the other visits. So that's how you add the surcharge. So once you go to when you create the payroll, once you go to payroll manager and you create that, then you will see it will show there's a column. I'm sorry, I cannot show it to you because we have our therapist information when I do this in our system. So, but I just want you to imagine there's a name of your therapist, their patient, and then the same format, the how much is the visit of the particular patient of the therapist and the date, and then there's additional column here that says surcharge. So, for example, you paying your therapist $10 per hour, and then it will show up there, and then there's another box. It says surcharge. How much is that you place? And then the total. So that's so automatically, if you set up the patient's chart correctly, wherein you put under the details the surcharge of this particular therapist, we don't miss the payment to the therapist, because you don't want the last thing you want to do is miss the payment of the people who work for your company, who makes your company a staffing company. So I hope this is educational, and this is a training, but you can go online in Kinnser or for Teramax back office. We have more training about this in our system. Thank you very much.